Can follow in the footsteps of our good old Irish friends. Stand and deliver while the rest all just pretend. We're tired of the promises you lied to get a vote. Stand strong together, take Westminster by the throat. Rebel against the crown, sacrifice everything and bring the union down. Rebel against the crown, sacrifice everything and bring the union down. I call upon McPherson, the clans of this land. You know what is right, you know that we can. It's time to vote the one who will break the phantom chains. We're fed up being trampled on, we're fed up of the shame. Rebel against the crown, sacrifice everything and bring the union down. Rebel against the crown, sacrifice everything and bring the union down. So you think that I'm harsh, I should leave all this unsaid. But I won't ask forgiveness for the things I have read. Hardship and the poverty of a nation so proud. The burning and the murder, the cries were so darn loud. Rail against the crown, sacrifice everything, bring the union down. Rail against the crown, sacrifice everything, bring the union down, down, down. So when you walk along the high road to use the mighty pen, remember all the suffering was made in number 10. We won't win our freedom by begging for a chance. I can hear the nation rise and make the MPs dance. Rebel against the crown, sacrifice everything and bring the union down. Rebel against the crown, sacrifice everything and bring the union down, down.
The drums of war were sounding far when Johnny Cope come to Edinburgh. When Johnny Cope come to Edinburgh upon a misty morning. Cope sent a message to Edinburgh saying, "Charlie, meet me if you dare, and I'll learn ye the art of war if you meet me in the morning." Hey Johnny Cope, are you walking yet? Or are your drums a beating yet? If you are walking, I would wait to gang to the coals in the morning. the morning. Charlie looked a later upon, he drew his sword the scabbard from. Come follow me, my merry men, we'll meet Johnny Cope in the morning. When Johnny Cope he heard of this, he thought it wouldn't be amiss, so to his horse in readiness to flee away in the morning. Hi Johnny Cope, are you walking yet, or are your drums a beating yet? If you are walking I would wait to gang to the coals in the morning. Hi Johnny Cope, are you walking yet, or are your drums a beating yet? If you are walking I would wait to gang to the coals in the morning. Walking yet, and are your drums a beating yet? If you are walking I would wait to gang to the coals in the morning. Hey Johnny Cope, are you walking yet, or are your drums a beating yet? If you are walking I would wait to gang to the coals in the morning. Drums o' war were sounding far when Johnny Cope come to Edinburgh, when Johnny Cope come to Edinburgh upon a misty morning. Cope sent a message to Edinburgh saying, Charlie, meet me if you dare, and I'll learn ye the art to war if you meet me in the morning. Hey Johnny Cope, are you walking yet, or are your drums a beating yet? If you are walking I would wait to gang to the coals in the morning. Hey Johnny Cope.
Union man said that we can't have a nation to hold. Union man said that we can't have our own pot of gold. Union man said that you'll starve if you're old. Union man said we can't have a nation to hold. Union man said you'll be out in the cold and the dark. Union man said that your land has no heart. Union man said that it's all in the past. Union man, step aside, you had your chance. And watch us rise into the sky. See the passion for freedom in our eyes. We were lost in the lies. Scotland calls, so watch us rise. Labour and Tory men tell us that we are too weak, as they celebrate victories won by the man on TV. Too many questions and too many answers, you see. Cheap points, fear stories and lies by the BBC. I can see the road ahead, we're so close. We've travelled so far, and this time everyone knows. We must say thanks to the ones who fought for this land. Freedom for me and you, and Alex the man. So watch us rise into the sky. See the passion for freedom in our eyes. We were lost in the lies. Scotland calls, so watch us rise. Stand in the square, show us you care, fly your flags. And if you're a no voter, join us, you won't be the last. Forget the old days, we won't bow down to the man. Scotland's nation will rise by the work of our hands. Scotland's nation will rise by the work of our hands. So watch us rise into the sky. See the passion for freedom in our eyes. We were lost in the lies. Scotland calls, so watch us rise. Oh, Scotland calls, so watch us rise.
William Wallace was a patriot and that very special name we give to those who stand and fight their freedom to retain. They took him down to London to his treason to explain, and for fighting for his country as a traitor he was slain. The Union they surrender in the cause of liberty, but if you're no for Scotland, then against her you must be. When English Edward crossed the border, Scotland burned again, and Bruce he raised the standard for all loyal fighting men. 6 times he tried, 6 times he failed to stem the Saxon tide, till Edward's son fled Bannockburn, defeated and denied. The Union they surrender in the cause of liberty, but if you're no for Scotland, then against her you must be.
Right, we'll see you later on.
Ah, catch you later, Duncan.